Hi guys! Sisimulan natin ngayon yung ating series of discussion about steam tables. Well, bago natin simulang gamitin yung steam table, kailangan muna nating maintindihan kung ano ba yung mga terminologies na ginagamit dun sa steam table. Para once na gamitin na natin siya as a reference, hindi na tayo malilito kung ano ba yung mga nakikita nating symbols and terms doon sa steam table. Well, this is the first part sa ating series. And we will be talking about the basic terminologies associated with the steam table. And as you can see after this video, we will be talking about other topics related to the steam table. So in the next video, we will be talking about how to use the steam table. After that, we will be talking about the dryness fraction. We will be solving some problem as well para maintindihan natin yung gamit ng dryness fraction. And then after that, we will discuss how to use the steam tables from the Paris Chemical Engineer's Handbook and the Introduction to Chemical Engineering by Smith and Van Ness. Well guys, take note na hindi porket meron tayong separate na discussion about the steam tables na nasa Paris Chemical Engineer's Handbook and sa Introduction to Chemical Engineering by Smith and Van Ness na iba na yung data na makukuha natin. It's actually just a difference in presentation. So, well, meron kasing pagkakaiba the way it was presented yung steam table in many engineering thermodynamics book compared dito sa ating Chemical Engineer's Handbook at yung sa ginagamit nating thermodynamic books, no? Yung Chemical Engineering Thermodynamics. So, pag-uusapan natin yan para alam natin kung paano ba gamitin yung different types ng steam table na makikita natin sa mga references. Then after that, we will be solving some problems. Okay, so hindi na natin patatagalin pa. Simulan na natin yung ating discussion about the basic terminologies associated with the steam table. Well, bakit ba natin kailangan pag-usapan yung different terminologies sa steam table? Well, guys, this is an example of the saturated steam table. Well, in here, may makikita tayong ba't ibang terminologies as well as different symbols na mahalagang malaman natin bago natin magamit yung steam table. On the left side, you will see a column of temperature. This is what we call the saturation temperature. Okay, so we are going to discuss that later on this video. And after that, we have what we call the saturation pressure. And then, sa bandang taas, makikita ninyo yung iba't ibang properties dito. No? Merong specific volume, internal energy, enthalpy, and yung entropy. Well, ito yung mga properties na makukuha natin once we use the steam table given the temperature or pressure. Well, if you check on the symbols, you will find sub-labels there na F, G, or FG. And that is present in different properties in specific volume, internal energy, enthalpy, and on entropy. No? Well, to represent any of these properties, let us call it A, okay? And then, those properties na nakikita nating may sub-label na F, those are the property at saturated liquid state. At yung property naman na may subscript na G, those are the property at saturated vapor state. Well, ano naman yung merong subscript na FG? Well, it represents the property while changing phase from saturated liquid to saturated vapor. Well, we are going to discuss that further on this video para mas maintindihan natin kung ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng mga subscript na yan. Well, okay, so umpisahan natin pag-usapan yung saturation temperature. Well, consider this graph in which we assume a constant pressure of 1 atmosphere. Saturation temperature is the temperature at which vaporization takes place at a given pressure. Well, in here sa ating sample graph, our pressure is maintained at 1 atmosphere. Well, at this pressure, there is a certain temperature in which vaporization will take place. And that is what we call saturation temperature. It is the temperature for a corresponding pressure at which liquid boils into its vapor phase. Well, looking at this example graph, you will notice a green dot and it is labeled as saturated liquid. So, ano ba yung saturated liquid? Liquid water at its boiling temperature and at standard temperature, or a liquid whose temperature and pressure are such that any decrease in pressure without change in temperature causes it to boil. So, katulad na nabanggit ko kanina, no, on this example, we are maintaining the pressure at 1 atmosphere. And I said that at particular pressure, there is a corresponding temperature in which vaporization will take place. And that will happen on this green dot here, which is what we call the saturation liquid. So, on that temperature, the vaporization will start to take place. And that temperature is what we call the saturation temperature. Now, you will notice a horizontal line from the saturated liquid going to the red dot, which is what we call the saturation vapor. Okay, and if you notice, this is maintained on the same temperature. So, we are still talking about the saturation temperature here. So, there is a phase change from the green dot going to the red dot. So, we have on the green dot the saturated liquid. Then, on the red dot, it is a saturated vapor. So, that happens on this same temperature. Okay, and that is what we call the saturation temperature. So, what is the saturated vapor? That is the red dot that we are seeing on this graph. If a substance exists as a vapor at saturation temperature or vapor at standard atmospheric pressure and at its boiling temperature. Okay, so that is what we mean by saturated vapor. It is when the substance exists as a vapor on the saturation temperature. Okay, so I hope that it is clear in our discussion. No? In saturated liquid, it is where the substance exists as a liquid at the saturation temperature. And the saturation vapor is where the substance exists as a vapor in saturation temperature. Okay, so to better understand this subject, let us give an example. And we know that at 1 atmosphere, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So, ang temperature dito na 100 degrees Celsius is our saturation temperature of water at 1 atmosphere. Okay, so now let's go ahead discussing about the saturation pressure. The saturation pressure is a pressure at which vaporization takes place at a given temperature. So it's basically just the same as the saturation temperature, no, yung binigay nating definition. In there, we mentioned that at a given pressure, there is a corresponding saturation temperature in which vaporization will take place. Ito naman is on the other way around. So, at a given temperature, there is a corresponding pressure in which vaporization will take place. No? So, let us have a look at this particular example here, in which we have here constant temperature lines. Saturation pressure is the pressure at which a given liquid and its vapor can coexist in equilibrium at a given temperature. Well, katulad ng example natin earlier sa saturation temperature. Now, we're going to find out the pressure in which vaporization starts to take place at a particular temperature. And that is what we call the saturation pressure. It is also defined in other references as the pressure at the saturated liquid state. So, for water, for example, 1 atmosphere is the saturation pressure at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. So, it's just the other way of saying sa ating previous example, no? Bago tayo magpatuloy sa ating discussion, we would like to ask for your support to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please click on the notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga ipopost naming mga video. We also like to invite you to register sa aming website, www.engineers.org. Our website is an online community for Filipino engineers, engineering students, and STEM students. Okay, so now let us have a look at this example graph right here. And now what we have here is temperature against property A. So kung nare-recall ninyo, yung property A represents yung mga properties na nakita natin sa steam table kanina, yung specific volume enthalpy, entropy, and internal energy. No? The subscript F stands for the saturated liquid. Okay, and the subscript G stands for the saturated vapor. Okay, so if we apply it to property A, we will have here now property A with a subscript of F. So it means that property A at the state of saturated liquid state. Okay, so mas nagiging clear na sa atin ngayon kung anong ibig sabihin ng mga subscript natin, no? And also, applying it from the saturated vapor state, we have here property A with a subscript of G. And that is what we call the property A at the state of saturated vapor state. And then, ano naman yung merong subscript na Fg? So, we have here A with a subscript of Fg means the change in a property A while changing phase from saturated liquid to saturated vapor. Okay, so I hope it is clear na kung ano ba yung mga terminologies na nakikita natin sa steam table. But also, we encountered other terminologies during our discussion, no, kanina. So, let us talk about those other terminologies. Looking at this graph na ginamit natin kanina, nakakita tayo dito ng ibang terminologies. Pag-usapan natin itong tinatawag natin ditong compressed liquid. Ano ba yung compressed liquid? Compressed liquid is a substance whose pressure is higher than the saturation pressure at the given temperature of a substance. So, kanina pinag-usapan natin that at a given temperature, there is a corresponding pressure in which vaporization will start. And that is what we call the saturation pressure. Now, at that given temperature, kapag ang pressure is higher than the saturation pressure, that is what we call compressed liquid. Okay? So, at saturation temperature, we have a saturation pressure where the vaporization will start to take place, diba? Now, if temperature is held constant at saturation temperature, and the pressure is increased beyond the saturation pressure, the substance is called compressed liquid. Therefore, if the pressure is greater than the saturation pressure at a given saturation temperature, then that is what we call compressed liquid. Okay, so magbigay tayo ng example. For example, at 100 degrees Celsius, the saturation temperature is equal to 1 atmosphere, and we know this already, no? Now, temperature is held constant at 100 degrees Celsius. And then, pressure is increased to 2 atmosphere. Okay, so, take note that our temperature is constant at 100 degrees Celsius. And now, the pressure is increased to 2 atmosphere. So, our new condition is, temperature is 100 degrees Celsius and the pressure is 2 atmosphere. And on this example, we can see that the pressure is now greater than the saturation pressure, because at 100 degrees Celsius, the saturation pressure is 1 atmosphere. So that means, on this example, our new condition is a compressed liquid. And then, again, from this graph, we have seen what we call the superheated vapor. So what is a superheated vapor? A superheated vapor is a vapor whose temperature is higher than the saturation temperature at a given pressure. A superheated vapor absorbs more heat than is needed to vaporize. Okay, so again, meron tayong saturation temperature and pressure, no? Now, if we maintain the pressure constant and we increase the temperature, now the temperature will be greater than the saturation temperature. And that is what we call superheated vapor. So, at saturation temperature, we have a corresponding saturation pressure, right? Now, if the pressure is held constant at the saturation pressure, and then the temperature is increased beyond the saturation temperature, the substance is called superheated vapor. So that means our temperature here is greater than the saturation temperature at the saturation pressure. So, let us make an example. So, again, at pressure of 1 atmosphere, we know that the saturation temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. Now, consider that the pressure is held constant at 1 atmosphere. And then, in-increase natin yung temperature to 120 degrees Celsius. So now, our new condition is that the temperature is 120 degrees Celsius at 1 atmosphere. Therefore, our temperature is now greater than the saturation temperature, which is 120 degrees Celsius at 1 atmosphere. Therefore, our new condition is a superheated vapor. Well, this is the end of our part 1, wherein we discuss yung mga terminologies na may encounter natin once we use the steam table. So on our next video, we are going to discuss how to use the steam table. So thank you for watching, guys. So again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and register to our website, engineers.org. Engineers.org is a community for Filipino engineers, engineering students, and STEM students. So that is all for now, guys. I'll see you in our next video and have a nice day.